So last night at about 11:50 p.m., the Burbank Communications Center received several 911 calls of a multi-vehicle traffic collision with a vehicle on fire. Burbank police officers responded to the scene. Upon their arrival, they located 3 individuals that were deceased at the scene. 2 other individuals involved in the traffic collision were transported to local trauma centers where they're currently being treated. At this time, detectives are on scene and they're investigating the incident. And that's all that we have at this time.
All 3 who were killed from the one vehicle torn apart?
We believe that all 3 that have passed away were from the one vehicle, yes.
How many of those 3 were thrown from the car?
That I do not know at this point. Detectives are still looking into that.
Is it the driver of that vehicle among the 2 that currently is alive?
Unfortunately, due to the nature of the accident, that's something that's still being investigated. Detectives are going to have to determine who is actually driving the vehicle.
How many cars do you have involved here? And are we believe somebody detained or hiding in the bushes? Do you have that?
There's no individuals that are outstanding. There was preliminary information that was asked of me whether or not this is a hit and run. It was not a hit and run. There's no suspects outstanding at this time. Or any vehicle.
What is the working theory here on how this happened? Which directions were both cars going? Were they racing?
Yeah, that's information. We have traffic cameras that are going to be reviewed by our detectives. We're going to also be canvassing the area for any additional surveillance cameras which will assist with that. But based on looking at the scene, the magnitude of the scene, I would say that speed was definitely a factor. But we're going to need more investigation to be done to determine whether or not there was racing vehicles involved specifically.
What are the condition of the 2 people that were transported?
They're both in serious condition at this point, and they're being treated at a local trauma center.
Is one a man and one a female?
That information I do not have right now.
Okay, so there's another scene. Can you just take it? What do you believe, right? And we understand it's preliminary,
sure.
So we're not going to hold you to it.
Yeah.
But what do you think happened right here? Is this the first crash? Is this the second crash? Take us through that.
Sure. So again, speed is a factor in this accident. The primary collision occurred here at Glenoaks and Andover, and the traffic collision continued northbound on Glenoaks and ended in the area of Cambridge. So it continued northbound. So the initial traffic collision is at the scene here behind us at Andover and Glenoaks, and vehicles continued northbound all the way up until Cambridge, and there's several vehicles involved, including parked vehicles as well.
Mago!